Echo light on. Hi, and if anybody is here, and I think it's just me, um, I am trying to use YouTube Studio versus using Streamlabs, which is what I used the other day. So I wanted to set this up, but it appears to be opposite. So I need someone to tell me if they're looking at this at the right angle. I want to share this out, but I first have to find it on my iPad. So let's go to Home Videos. Give me one moment, please. Streamlabs was difficult, but I hear that this is supposed to be better. So let's just see how it goes. So since I pretty much think I'm live. I believe my camera is oriented the correct way. I just want to try to make it so that my lizard is straight. And let's tell you what type of lizard this is. This is a collared lizard. So let's go with this. And I realize that I'm the only one here right now watching myself. So I will just go ahead and get started. I am going to turn my light on, and I think I have to wait for the white balance to correct itself. So after the white balance corrects itself, if it's still too bright, I will shut that light off. So let's see how it goes. Um, this is a collared lizard. I've colored maybe 6 of Tim Jeff's lizards, and it's one of the easiest types of pictures that I color. My only downside to coloring this picture today is that I wanted to use the Arteza toy markers, and I have not swatched them. So I have some scratch paper um, next to me so that as I choose the greens and the blues and the blacks or whatever colors I'm going to use, I will be testing my twine markers. So I will work on, I guess we'll call it a beard, because if this was a bearded dragon, the lower jaw is kind of a beard. So I don't know a heck of a lot about lizards, but I'm just going to go for it. I don't have to stream right now. As a matter of fact, I was listening to an audiobook, and after like 5 minutes of coloring this, I said I wanted to try to see if I remembered the steps that I used to go live a couple of days ago. And unfortunately, I didn't. So I contacted my friend Jess, and she suggested that I bypass Streamlabs since I have a webcam and go with YouTube Studio, which is what I'm doing now. Now I can see myself. Oh, there you are, Kim. So okay, so it is working. Kim, hi. Thank you. I'm glad that you're here. I'm a little bit more nervous today because I'm using YouTube Studio and not Streamlabs. So what I'm seeing on my laptop is a little bit off, and it's making me a little anxious because, like, for example, okay, I want to, there we go. Hopefully that's straight. Kim, can you okay, it looks great and it sounds great. Okay. I didn't warn you that I was coming on because, by the way, this is a twine marker, so it has a brush tip and a fine tip. And I just hit the fine tip end, and I don't want to use my fine tip. So I have to recap that. Kim, I was intending to go live tomorrow on Monday, since I think tomorrow is Columbus Day, so my standing Monday appointment is postponed until later in the week. So I was going to go live tomorrow, but last night I was flipping through take autofocus off. No, I don't know how to take autofocus off. I may have to wait for somebody that uses YouTube Studio. I'm checking settings, Kim, so it doesn't do the heartbeat thing. Oh, now you've got me completely lost. See, okay, let me click manage. Stream. If this is going to create a problem, then I may have to abandon the stream. I did just talk to Jess. She said she would look to see if she got a notification that I was live. So if Jess comes in the room, then hopefully she can let us know about the autofocus, how to shut autofocus off. Now, I am using a webcam, but when I downloaded the webcam, no, it's not. It just tries and focus on your hands. I don't know what you mean. So it doesn't do the heartbeat thing. No, it's not. It just tries and focus on my hands. Right now, my hands aren't even in the picture, so you need to retype that because I don't know what you mean. No, that's not it. Oh, that's to share it. I don't need to share it. I'm not ready to share this because I don't even know if this is going to stay. All right. If Jess comes in, Kim, since she uses YouTube Studio, hopefully she can help me. When I used Streamlabs the other day, I had a lot of options, which included getting rid of autofocus. But let's see, let me get this message.
When your hands are in frame, the autofocus tries to focus on your hands instead of your picture.
Okay, so I don't know what to do about that, Kim. I really don't. So we're going to wait and see if Jess can log into the stream. And if she can, maybe she can help us figure that portion of it out. Because right now, I am lost when you talk about autofocus. I know what you mean, though, because I've seen people make that request in other live streams. But I don't know if they were using Streamlabs or if they were using OBS or if they were using YouTube Studio. So this stream is coming to you by means of YouTube Studio, which leaves me a little bit confused basically it leaves me confused. Okay, right now I'm looking for my next color. Hi, Michelle. I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to look through. Michelle, do you know anything about autofocus on YouTube Studio? Or are you using Streamlabs? I doubt you're using Streamlabs, but oh no, I don't want that green. What I'm doing right now is I was looking for the green I'm going to use for the lizard's head. So Kim, right now, as I'm coloring the lizard, and I know there's like a 20-second lag, the autofocus is jumping around trying to get a hold of my hands. Is that what you're saying, Kim? Oh, she said it stopped pulsing. You said, oh, okay, thanks, Michelle. So, Michelle, the reason that I'm streaming, not that I need a reason, is I was about to color this lizard from the Tim Jeffs Intricate Ink book, and I had an audiobook on, and I thought I needed to go back to Streamlabs because I did not write the steps down that I used on Friday in order to stream. So when I went to Streamlabs, I was unable to get it going, and I called Jess and she showed me how to log on with YouTube Studio. So okay, and you said you use YouTube, but autofocus I don't know anything about. Okay, so me either. So hopefully Jess or somebody else that uses this will know what to do. Hi Kay, how are you? As far as I could tell, nobody was live, so I'm not pushing anybody out of the picture right now. I did go to my YouTube notifications to make sure that nobody else was live. Um, I know I said I'm not a pantser when it comes to coloring, but I guess that's a lie, because this lizard, I have to go by the seat of my pants, because this is one of the sets that I did not swatch, and this is my Twi markers by Arteza. So I guess I am doing this by the seat of my pants. Now this is grayscale, so I'll be honest with this book. If I was using pencils, it would be super, super easy. But I wanted to use my new product, which is the Twi markers. So I'm giving myself a complicated situation by using something that I don't usually have. Hi Kay, how are you? Thank you for joining my stream. Jess, hi, how are you? Thank you for all your help. And Jess, Kim said I had trouble with autofocus at first, but I think the autofocus situation has stopped. And if it stays without pulsating, I may not need to try to figure that out. But Jess, what do you know about autofocus in YouTube Studio? Do you know if it's something that is there something that I can click to shut autofocus off, or do I need to go to my Logitech software, or do I go to my camera software on my laptop? So it's three things, and I don't know which one. She says she doesn't care. She doesn't. Okay, so we just have to go with it. Kim, if this thing starts pulsating again, will you let me know? And I'm going to ask you, Kim, when I was live streaming via Streamlabs the other day, did it have an autofocus issue? Jess, I'd love to do something here, so I just did it. So, okay. I know, Jess, you're not feeling so good, but you were so patient to let me ask you those questions, and for me to give this a shot. So I just wanted to color this lizard really good. I have a pretty good handle on coloring his lizards, but I don't know how to use these Twi markers. So I thought I would just do that for a little bit this afternoon. Yes, and I do appreciate your help. Let me turn the volume down so we don't have any feedback issues. Okay, there we go. So I have this on, I'm looking at this on my computer to try to prevent me from talking with the great lag, but I just put it on my laptop as well. So hopefully between the two, I'll know that if I'm giving you guys whiplash by going too fast or answering a question too slow. I'm not really sure on what colors I'm going to use on this lizard, this collared lizard, because I did not swatch these Twi markers. I swatch everything but these Twi markers, the Caillots, and the Lemouche, I have not swatched. So I have 3 huge sets of things to swatch, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Have fun, Jess. It's hard to have fun when I make obvious mistakes, or when I don't know what I'm doing because I tried it one way the other day and I'm trying it this way today. And it's like, what am I doing? And am I going to make this, am I going to be able to use these Twi markers the way that I want? And right now I can tell you no, because I would like to do a little bit of blending, and I'm not quite sure how to do that with these. So, but it's, trial and error. Well, thank you, Jess. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. I definitely appreciate you saying that. In the Tim Jeffs books, I think I've done 12 pictures, and 9 or so of those are with permanent markers, with the Ohuhu markers that I end up giving to Michelle. So I know how to color his pictures with permanent markers, and I know how to blend with permanent markers, but I don't know how to do it with water-based markers. So I was just going to do that this afternoon just to see how it goes. Oh, it is very nerve-wracking, Jess, extremely nerve-wracking. Thank you, Kim. I appreciate that. But you know what? I have issues with self-esteem. It's a very low self-esteem that I walk around with all the time. So I'm very harsh on myself. I look at myself and all I see is the mistakes that I make, and I want to always do better. And now that I'm putting myself out there on YouTube, um, I really want to do, a really good job. Now, I did look at this lizard. Um, I Googled this lizard a few times, and this lizard has four distinct colors. It has the beard, I guess. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to, like, I just have to let it go. And okay, good. That was a mistake. I'm sure that was Aiden, my 7-year-old grandson. He likes to FaceTime me, so maybe his mom told him to put the phone down. I was just about to click. I'm busy. You know how you can do an auto message. Okay. This collared lizard has four distinct color patterns. It has the yellow gold, it has the greenish head, and it has the turquoise and yellow body, and then it has a light body. So I'm not totally losing my goose by going from green to like a turquoise, but I'm just going by what I pictured on YouTube. And nature, the way God created things, he gave things a lot of color, and this particular lizard is one. As a matter of fact, let me show you what I mean when I say that I've colored his lizards with permanent markers before. I've got to locate them. Where you're at. Oh, this, by the way, I think this pink flamingo. Let's try to get it framed. This pink flamingo, I did this with Arteza water brush pens. So this is a water-based product on this lizard. So I have used water-based in his books once before, but in this book, all of these lizards that I've done are all permanent markers, and I'll show you that I wanted to compare myself with water-based. Those aren't messages, those are Kindle reminding me of what books I'm reading. So here's one, and what, oh, I hit the camera. Let's fix that. All right, so every lizard I'm about to show you was with Ohuhu markers. And Michelle, I gave you those Ohuhu markers, and so you see I didn't give you junk. You see how good they work. Andrea, hi. Thank you for joining and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you, Jess. Now, let's just look. I'm just looking for lizards. That's a snake. That's I think that's, what is this? I want to say moose, but I have a feeling it's not. 5 is, oh, buffalo. Okay, so I don't know my animals. So buffalo. And this buffalo, by the way, was with colored pencils, not with any kind of markers. So here's another one with the Ohuhu markers that I did, and I keep hitting my camera. This was with the Ohuhu markers. Another one with the Ohuhu markers. So yet another one with the Ohuhu markers. So I wanted to try to do a lizard in his newest. I have other completed pictures, but I just wanted to show you the lizards I've done. So today I decided to try to do, and I hate it. I hate that dark green. I hate it. But I'm trying to work with, because you guys, you may or may not know, but I have a photographic memory. And so I'm using the colors that I saw on when I Googled the lizard. And what I see as a problem with these water-based markers is I can't blend. So you see how that made like a harsh line right here? I have to deal with that harsh line, and I just have to let it go and complete the lizard. And I also dropped the turquoise blue, and I'm going to color this as a base of light green, and then I'm going to go back and put the turquoise blue on top, and that might help to avoid another harsh line. Michelle says she's doing a split your page challenge, half a page with one medium and the other half with another. I've done jigsaw puzzles like that. They're called light and dark. You have the kind of like the opposite effect. So that's something that I've seen before. So as I said, I put down my turquoise, and I'm going to ignore what I saw on the image searches on YouTube and try to just work with this lighter green. I don't, I can't change what our God did when he created these gorgeous animals. But at least in this picture, I can't go for super realism. Now I am testing something right here. Is I am going over that turquoise to see if I can do this. And I am not as angry with myself as I was a couple of minutes ago. I want to see if I can color in these spots really quickly with, yes. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I will carry out that harsh line right here across the top of the lizard so that this just doesn't have the only one, but the base of it is going to be similar to the color of the head. So that's what I'm going to do. So, this morning I got up very early, maybe 5:30, and I just said I was going to do the spots with this, and I just colored the body. So now I've got to try to fix that. Can we cover? Yes. Okay. I didn't ruin it. Now, this is a water-based product, so I did not need to use a protector, a sheet underneath, but I used one anyway. And let's just take a look. Okay, so I'm glad that I did, because it is trying to come through a little bit. It's not actually going to my protector, but it is coming through a little bit. So I'm glad that I went ahead and put a piece of paper under there. Now, knowing me, when I start doing more pictures in his books, I will be going back to permanent markers. But because Jess and I are doing a color along using our water-based crayons, me using Neocolor 2s and her using Lyra's, I thought, let's get another product out that I haven't used yet. And that product is these Arteza Twi markers. And because I know pretty much lizards being the way that there's so many varieties of lizards, you can't really go too far wrong, except for these hard lines. So I'm just going to disconnect that call. Let me try to disconnect this call. I apologize. Just bear with me one moment, please. I'm going to let her know that I am live. I'm not going to like send notifications out or whatever, but since I just got a call from somebody who I have set as a mod, I thought I would let her know that I'm live. So if she has time, she can come check me out. If not, I will call her later. Oh, I got up early because I had a blog tour this morning, and yesterday and today my blog tours were for a British or a UK publisher. So when I do blog tours for a UK publisher, I like to get them up at 4 a.m. because that would be 4 a.m. my time would be about 9 a.m. their time. So I scheduled the blog tour to go up at 4. So when I woke up early this morning, I always double check to make sure that there was no glitch and that the tour didn't go up. So the tour went up as scheduled, and then I promoted it. And the way I promote the tours is I promote them on Pinterest, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and of course to the publisher to whom I'm doing the tour for. So that's what I did early this morning. And then I have a very good friend who lives in Australia, and we're 12 hours apart. So sometimes it can be tricky having time to having time to talk to each other, but we had a chance to have a 1 hour video chat. We're both Jehovah's Witnesses, so her meeting was going to be, say, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but for me, that would have been 4 o'clock in the morning. So we were working with my meeting being at 10 o'clock my time, her meeting being at 4 o'clock her time, us being 12 hours apart and still having time to chat as girlfriends. So that was kind of complicated. Now let's go back up. The Sioux color. Okay, so Michelle, all of those lizards that you saw were Sioux color markers. All lizards that you saw were Sioux color. They were not Ohuhu. Let's see. Kim, yes, the paper can handle it. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. What happens if you use your water pen to lighten it up? Good question, Kim. Okay, are you talking about a colorless blender, or you're talking about a water brush to lighten it up, Kim? Good thought. Andrea just said her diamond painting is there. Yay! I can't wait to see it, Andrea. Let me check these out. Yes, okay, so Michelle, yeah, I gave you the Sioux color. That means that all of those lizards were Sioux color markers. The buffalo was pencil, and the flamingo was Arteza water brush, real brush pens. There's a bunch of other pictures I did with pencil that I didn't show you. Jess, thank you for saying that. It's nice to watch me color. I know, Kim, I'm talking so fast because I'm so nervous. You suggest the water brush to lighten it up. Okay, make sure I have water in it. Let's try this. Let's wet it. So I'm going to wet it, and then I'm going to, it is lifting it up a little bit, Kim. Not much, but and if it's ruined, if I can't do anything with this harsh line, you guys would just have to forgive me and say, well, listen, Robin never did this before, and she did not know that water brush pens do not water-based. No, it didn't lift. So we're just going to do the rest of the lizard and just let it go. Let it go. Hi, Fashawn. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. On the left side, let me see what you're talking about, Jess. Kim, okay, I'm going to scroll back. Andrea saying she's also learning to blend with markers as well. Jess asked me if I had a blender. Kim also suggested using the water pen to lighten it up. The paper can handling it. I'm excited that Andrea's diamond painting is there. And I'm sorry, let me read Andrea's comment. Andrea, I hope you do feel well enough to unbox it. I'm really excited for you because I know that you really, really wanted it. And it took forever since it was a pre-order. Oh, you're talking about the other pen. Okay, Jess, thank you, sweetheart. You're talking about this one. Okay, let's try this. I'm trying to push some of the color into the, no, it's not doing it, ladies. It's not doing it. It's not doing it. Okay, so I have to try something here. Where's my green? I want to see if I can draw it down going by this. And I can't. So I'm going to take that blue, that the image that I saw, and I'm just trying to draw it. I'm trying to like create a blended situation here. Just trying this on this leg. So let me ask you a question. Do you believe Dee Dee when she says there are no mistakes, there are just happy accidents? If you believe that there are no mistakes and that there are just happy accidents, then you will forgive me for goofing this up. That's all I'm asking, is forgive me. Now, what I like to do, what I usually do when, okay, the paper is starting to pull up, guys. The paper is not liking all of this moisture. I'm just letting you know. What I like to do is print a page on my printer and test, and I didn't do that. I just went with that darker color, and I think it's just far too dark. So Michelle, excuse me, Jess and Kim, I'm trying these two colors to lift some of this color off. And let's not, thank you, Michelle. Oh yeah, if I don't like it, Miss Andrea, you just use glitter. Glitter fixes everything. Yes, I've got all of my I got all 12 or 16 of my Wink of Stella right here. So worst case scenario, we'll just grab a Wink of Stella and we'll go. Try the buff titanium luminance over it for Sean. Okay. We have to wait till that dries because I just oversaturated my paper. So when that dries, actually, let me take my mic off because I'm thinking, lady, that this one here is wet, but I didn't touch this one. So I'm going to grab the buff titanium. Give me one moment. I want to thank you guys for your suggestions and for your encouragement. So, okay, I've got my Lumis. Buff titanium is right here. It needs to be sharpened. Excuse me for one moment. Okay, so let's try. Oh, yes. Okay, the paper's still a little damp, but it's lightening it up. For Sean, I could hug you, hun. Okay, so I will probably dig into these Lumis and find something that works with the, okay, it's a little wet down there. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit. Once I know that these two are fully dry, I will go ahead and continue lightening up with the buff titanium, and then I will find a Lumi color that works between this yellow and this green, and we're going to save this lizard. This lizard will be proud to be in this book because it's a single-sided book, so I could take the page out and act like the lizard never existed. But I don't want to have to do that. I want to save it, and I might be able to. Okay, so thank you. So let me catch the messages. Let me catch the messages. Oh, Jess, some of your best work comes from mistakes. I love that. I love that. And Andrea says, I believe Robin and the other green is blending the darker green nicely. Thank you so much, Andrea. Thank you, hon. Krishan, when I know it's fully dry, I will work with the Lumis over that. So thank you, honey. Krishan is my good friend. I love her to pieces. Well, all you guys are my friends. All you guys. Michelle, you're saying thank you for opening your eyes to alcohol markers that are better than the Sharpies. Yes, they are better than the Sharpies, but I'm not going to just throw the Sharpies and the Bics out the window because I just bought these Bic Intensities. So we can't just totally discount these babies. Okay. Jess, you've been practicing your markers. They're your nemesis. You know what? If I had continued to color before I went on that coloring drought, I think I could have gotten really good with the markers because you guys did see all of those lizards that I did. So I probably could have continued to grow, but then I stopped coloring altogether. And now I'm trying to use water-based markers. And, okay, I'm going to reach from two different sets. From this, let's see, yes, from this lighter color here is the pastel set of Tombos, which is 9. They say 10, but every set of Tombos you get 9 colors in one blender. This one here is from the portrait set of Tombos. So I have to get used to water-based products because now I have 2 of the Tombow sets right here, right here on my desk, right in arm's reach. So that's what I was going to do this afternoon. I was going to sit down and figure out these water-based products. But and let me tell you why. Okay, first let me slow down. First of all, I don't even have my mic on, so you might not have heard most of that. Let's put the mic back on. Okay, I'm going to slow down. First thing I want to say is, yes, first thing I want to say, I'm just making myself slow down. Andrea, this is from Tim Jeffs, Intricate Ink Animals and Details, Volume 5. He has, I'm only going to show you these, but I'll tell you about the other ones. He has 5 volumes. They're all hardback. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm hitting my camera. Okay. He also has maybe 8 PDF books. I said I wasn't going to show you, but I guess I will. And I bought every single PDF book that Tim has. And I'm going to try not to drop it. And these are his PDFs. Can you tell who my favorite author is now? Guess who my favorite author is? Yes. So I put these into a 4-inch binder. I put just a cover from one of them as my cover, and I also did it on the side, and I have his lessons. So this is Tim Jeffs. Now, the other thing that I'll leave the book, I feel more confident with animals than I do with skin, whether it's fur, feathers, or scales. I'm very confident with that. Skin, not so much. Now, I do want to back up and read some of these comments because you guys are being so wonderful to me. Okay, I love it when Jess says her mistakes become mixed media. Excellent, and that's what's going to happen with this lizard here. Yeah, the Bic Intensity are good. I haven't used them yet. Obviously, the package is still sealed. And Fashawn says that the luminances save her bacon all the time. And let's see, when I find the color blend, blend it out with a blender pencil, I will, Fashawn. And this is a comment of Andrea's that I wanted to get back to. She says that I love reading and puzzles too. When she reads in colors, the coloring gets pushed back because she reads all day. Andrea, what I do is I use audiobooks or I use Kindle text to speech. Like I'm reading this book now, and I think I'm over 50% of it. I'll just show you what I do, Andrea. I'm at 66%, and with this book, I'm just waiting for me to be able to. Okay, there we go. And Andrea, if you have a Kindle and you tap the screen and you hit this play button, it reads. I listen to high speed because my brain is kind of hyper. So this book is a UK book, so I have it set on a UK voice. So I don't give up my hobbies, Andrea, when I read. I'm still reading over 50 books a month by mixing text to speech or an audio book like an Audible book or a script or from my library. Let's see. Jade Summer, what were you saying about Jade Summer, Kim? Jess, thank you for your patience for letting me hop around like a kid on 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's how I feel. Yes, Kay. Tim Jeffs is my favorite artist. I like Tim Jeffs and I like Colin Thompson. Of course, I like Hannah Carlson, Maria Trolle, Erie, and Fabiano Atanasio as well. Oh, okay. Kim was buffering and everything's back. I don't know why you guys were buffering. Okay. Let's go back to here. Okay. Now, I want to go ahead and color in what I messed up with Spuff Titanium. And then I'm going to look in my luminances. Let me tell you something about my experience with luminances. A lot of people don't like them. But what I found what luminances do is they allow you to blend. And I'm going to show you my best blending with luminances. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I've got to think of where the book is. Okay. Give me 1 second. Putting the mic back on, so you probably hear some muffling. Okay. Luminances are magic to me, and I'll show you why. This is the reference page. Let's get the camera so that you can see that. This is the reference page right here on the left. On my computer, it looks like it's on the right. This is the reference page, and this is my page. That's what the luminances do. They allow you to blend like there's no tomorrow. Okie dokie. So we got that darkness colored over. So I'm going to find something that will have colors that go meet a little bit of that green and yellow, and then I'm going to use the Caran d'Ache blender and try to blend it in. And so this one is too light. Let's see. Let's try this one. This is cobalt green. I'm not too okay. We're gonna go with the cobalt green. I'm not trying to make it cobalt green. What I'm trying to do is cover over that area that was messed up, and then take my Caran d'Ache blender and blend these colors in. And then what I will do is try to smooth it out on the left side and the right side. There's even a possibility, and I mean it's a possibility, not necessarily a probability, that I could even go over this with the water-based. So let's blend this all in together with this water-based, and I am quite happy. No, it's not going to look like a reference picture that you'll see on Google or that you'll see in nature, but at least it's not that harsh dark line. So we'll call this a happy accident, and if worst case, my paper is pilling, so I've got to stop. I've got to stop at the bottom. Worst case scenario, I can go with what Andrea suggested and use my something sparkly like Wink of Stella. Oh, Andrea's like, I read fast. Yes, Andrea, text-to-speech I listen at 4 speed, and Audible I listen at 3 speed. I cannot function with the lower speed because it's too slow and I will get really distracted and I won't be able to pay attention. Whereas when it's on super fast, I can fully invest myself into whatever I'm listening to or reading. Oh, you don't have a Kindle, Andrea? You can get the Kindle app on your iPad, Andrea. You just cannot use text-to-speech. But yes, you can download any Kindle book at all on your iPad. I can't show you right now, but here's my iPhone, and I can just show you that if I go into my books folder, there's the Kindle app right there. So yes, you can use Kindle on iOS. You just cannot use text-to-speech. Now, iOS does have an accessibility feature for people that have disabilities, and with the accessibility feature, you can listen to books with your iPad. I just don't use it because I have the Kindle Fire. So I'm just playing around. I'm determined to blend this in. I don't like it, but I'm just going to deal with it. Now, since the buff titanium made that white, but I didn't really mind the cobalt green, I'm not going over this one right here with the buff. Yes, I'm glad I didn't go over this with the buff titanium. I'm going to go with this. And then after I do this, I'm just going to put my pencils down and I'm going to finish the rest of the lizard. And this lizard, he says, please leave me in the book. Don't take me out of this book. I know it's a single side image and nobody will ever know you took me out, but I'm going to be nice to him and leave him in the book. We had a lizard for 8 years. It was a bearded dragon. My son Alan, I bought it for my son Alan, but everybody in the family enjoyed him. And Alan named him Baby. He wasn't any bigger than my thumb when we got him. Okay, can you see my thumb? That was my bearded dragon Baby. By the time we gave Baby to another family, when my kids were moving out of the house, my boys in particular, because I think I got Baby when Alan was maybe 9 or 10. So when Alan was like 18, 19, by then the kids, the older boys were trying to get on with their lives, so I didn't want to take care of Baby by myself anymore. Baby was way bigger than my hand. Beautiful, beautiful bearded dragon. And so that's why lizards are my go-to animal in the Tim Jeffs books, because we had a gorgeous lizard. And let me tell you about Baby. I don't know if this is true of all lizards, but at least the bearded dragon loved baths. So what we would do is, first when he was little, we would just use like a Tupperware container, and we would fill it up in water, and he would swim for an hour or two. We would just put him on the kitchen table or the dining room table, and he would swim. And then as he got bigger, we would fill the bathtub up, and he would swim for an hour or two. As long as we kept the water, tepid, we never let it get really cold. Of course, you don't let it get hot. And how a lizard, at least my bearded dragon, swim was they bloat. They blow their stomach up, and so they become like a floaty. And those little arms and legs were going so fast, and it was almost like he was happy. Can a lizard get happy? I don't know. But we had him for 8 years, and he was beautiful. He was beautiful. They live on basic food, but to keep them healthy, you give them protein, and protein is crickets. So we would go to the pet store, and you would buy me like 100 crickets at a time. You kept the crickets alive in a different type of container. And then you feed the lizards maybe 10 or 20 at a time. You don't feed them to them. You put them in and let them use their tongue to catch them. I don't know if that's too gruesome for some people, but it is nature, and it's a way to keep the animal healthy. We did get a couple other lizards. I can't remember the breed. They were very small. They never got any bigger than my thumb. They were not healthy. I would take them to the vet, and they just did not survive. They were not easy to take care of. They were very, very delicate, very fragile creatures, and so we didn't do well with them, but we did well with Baby. I keep putting my head down, and I am missing chat. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Mickey, Michelle did that Mickey and Minnie page. Yes, it is hard to know where to stop with Loomies, because the way that they blend, at least the way I like them to blend, you just want to work with them. I agree with you there. The Caran d'Ache blender, Jess, is my favorite blender. I have maybe 4 extra. Here's one of them. Amazon only had 2 packages left at that time, so I bought the last 2 packages because they do break, they snap in pieces, and I have to put them into I can't think of the word I want to use, pencil extender, in order to use them like I have this one. But I just save the pieces that snap, and I put them in the pencil. I can't pull it out without breaking it, but yeah. I put them in the pencil extender until they get too small, and then I take that next broken piece, and I just keep using them over and over again. To me, they're the best blender. I know Andrea said a few minutes ago that she uses them, so they're really good. Kay has a bearded dragon too, Leopold. Oh, and for Sean, you have 2 as well, Luna and Zeus. And Leopold loves bass too. Thank you, Jess. Leopold is lazy. He doesn't run after the crickets. He waits for the crickets to come to him. No, Baby would go get those crickets, girl. He would get those crickets. He's like, give me my food. Now, there was a time when we wanted to know if a bearded dragon would need a companion, but we found out that Baby would and did fine as a standalone. I think our tank was maybe a 20-gallon tank. We had things in it. Of course, you have the heat lamp and all that other good stuff. But the boys got older. Alan got his first roommate, and they lived in a small place, and Alan said he did not have room to take Baby with him. So I kept Baby maybe 6 months after Alan moved out. And then there was my landlord had a tenant who had 6 or 7 daughters. He had a lot of daughters, and we got to talking, and I let them take baby, and they had baby for a long time after that. So for Sean, as many times as we talk, I never knew you had 2 bearded dragons. For Sean, do you or do one of your daughters give your bearded dragons baths as well? And do the cats watch your bearded dragon, for Sean? Do they study it, or they've just learned to ignore it? Let's see. I'm just going over these spots. I haven't given up on those 2 dark areas. I'm just sitting here thinking about what I'm going to do with them. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just thinking. This stream is only going to be about an hour because I don't know. I don't want to keep anybody from doing anything on a relaxing Sunday, so I don't want to take too much of your time. Michelle says she can't read well, so sometimes she doesn't understand what she reads. Audio is good for that, Jess. You just see what Jess said. Audio is excellent for that. Let's see. Luna and Zeus fight, so Luna stays in her daughter's room and Zeus is out here with you. Oh, so they don't necessarily, they are more solitary creatures, for Sean. That's very interesting, for Sean, that they're solitary. I think we had done research, and that's why baby never got a companion. I never got a companion lizard, so I'm glad that we didn't, because I would have hated if they would have fight. Hi, Ari's home.
I've been knocking and saying hello.
No, I didn't hear you, sweetheart. Oh, my daughter's home from the hospital.
Are you doing a live stream?
I'm doing a live stream. Ari said hi to my friends. Ariana's home from the hospital. I gotta go see my granddaughter. Well, guys, I guess this live stream's about to be over because I gotta go see Olivia Faye. Ariana Michelle says congratulations.
Thank you.
I was just trying to do this lizard.
I heard you talking, but
oh, okay. No, I really have to go see the baby. I have to go see the baby, you guys. Okay. Michelle, Jess says come back. Okay, so let me go spend some time with them. And if nobody's live streaming, I'll come back on later. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye. Don't mean to be rude, but I have to see Olivia. I love everybody. Hugs and kisses. Yes, Kim, I'll give the baby hugs and kisses for you. And Kay, thank you. Yes, she looks great. She's a beautiful girl. I love that girl. All right, bye, everybody. I will try to come back later. Bye-bye.